Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing? Well, rearrange the camera. There we are. How's everybody doing? The summer is starting to draw to a close. We're getting into the latter part of August. Streams Hunts 2.0 says, you, hey, how's it going? How's the harping out yonder? My son's not yet asleep, so we'll play some quieter ones, then we'll play some louder ones. I'm going to make my attempt at the susap. I found with the susap kind of rock, but you want to maintain tension, I believe, and I'm not an expert susap player. You want to maintain tension all the time because if you let the string go slack, then the vibration pretty much ends. So tension and rocking, but also hold it supple here, but don't be afraid to let your hand rock a little bit too. So the whole thing has to move together. DL, greetings. Hey Joe 541 says susap. Yes, I've been working on my susap a little bit here and there. I do heating and air for a living, so there hasn't been much time to play except for Thursdays and Fridays. This is love your collection, your work. Oh, thank you, Keanu Biggins. And Bailey Little 64 says, G'day, JB. Oh yeah, how you doing? How's things down at the bottom of the world? It's probably way late in the morning where you're at. Santona visits says, hello from Akron, Ohio. New to the harp. Love the channel. Hey, I love you too. And I love the harp, and I love that people are getting more into it. We're coming up with with an exciting time in the time of jaw harps because of social media and YouTube and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. The harp's spreading more, and that's a really exciting time. And for next year, I've been talking to a few people about this, about maybe apart from the festival, just doing a harp retreat, a separate event from the festival. Charles Longstaff says, hey, Charles, how you doing? We're talking about next year. We haven't decided on a location, but somewhere in the Midwest, which is more in the center of the United States instead of at one far end or the other, like on the West Coast. On the West Coast is where we hold the festival in Cottage Grove, Oregon. It says only 11:52 a.m. Oh, not too bad. I think it's about 9 o'clock here, 8:52 p.m. here. But anyways, about the festival, we have the festival in Cottage Grove, Oregon, but we're talking about doing a harp retreat. It's not going to be as organized as the festival. It's just going to be a whole bunch of harpists in a private location, having a good time, playing the harp. There'll be beer and, well, bring your own beer, but it's going to be probably secluded out in nature, playing the harp, taking a few boing rips. It's a new term, plucking. If you're on Facebook, be sure to check out the Facebook page, Plucking My Life Way. It's PLUCK''N, and one of their hashtags is boing rip. It's having a session on the harp. Anyways, this is a harp. Yeah, boing rips. This is a, and for the harping retreat, we were kicking around the name Plucked Up Midwest. I like a good pun. Santino Vincent says a few boing rips, LMAO. Yeah, this is I just got in order of 6 Hereditanoff. These harps are fire. Where is this? We haven't Thomas Downing Watchtower. We haven't decided exactly where the harp retreat is yet, but it's going to be in the Midwest. Yeah, this is the new Hereditanoff. I really like these harps, and I'd never heard of them before. I got 2 in a couple months ago from him just as a test, just to see how they were. And then I did an unboxing video, and then for some reason I lost the video. I don't know how it happened. There's one in F2. And oh yeah, shout out to Horse Peters, who sent a little harmonica for my son. My son's been walking all around the house playing on a harmonica. We call it, he can kind of say harmonica, but we refer to it as a whee-whoo, because everywhere he goes, he's just whee-whoo, whee-whoo on the harmonica. It's really, and I've been playing a bit on that little, it was a Hohner piccolo harmonica, and I've been playing a little bit on that, and I think I'm going to get myself a harmonica and delve into that as well. That's a separate thing. Oh, last night I was really getting down. I think I posted a video of it to YouTube on a Sigorka copper. Some of the coppers I really like. I've been delving into outward plucking in a really controlled fashion. I started out plucking only outward on the harp, and then somebody convinced me to pluck inward, and then ever since then I've been kind of anti-outward plucking, and then I'm like, I think there's a lot of distorted, weird tones to outward plucking. I think I'm going to get into that just a little bit. But you have to have the right harp to pluck outward. A lot of harps like Munarp and harp like that don't pluck well. Anything with a really recurved trigger doesn't want to pluck outward. You need a good amount of weight either centered over the knee bend or at least 20% sticking out. And it doesn't have to be outward. You can be at a 90-degree angle or a little bit recurve, but you need a little bit of the trigger loop hanging out past it for it to pluck outward, I found. And oh, another thing, if you're in Europe at the time, it seems like there's a lot of cool festivals where there's harp-related stuff going on. I think the Ancient Trance Festival just went on. If you go on Instagram and follow World Mouth Harps, or it's World Mouth Harps, Neptune Chapotin puts that on. He's been posting updates of where all he's going. He's going from, it looks like from his Instagram, he's going from festival to festival, doing harp workshops. If you're in Europe and can make it to one of those, I would highly suggest going to that. Neptune Chapotin is a really, really, really good player. Owns a company too. I think it's World Mouth Harps. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I'll quit rambling. What else should I play? Oh, something I was playing, and hopefully Donovan's asleep, a bit last night, is a Chem Choy of Deer. Between the Chem Choy of Mammoth and the Deer, I actually prefer the Deer one. I like the concept of Mammoth, but between the two, and I've had a couple of them pass through my shop. They all tend to vary, but yeah, I really like this Deer one. There's a lot of mysteries to it. I kind of let the back of my tongue flare out a little bit and drag. Just letting the back of your tongue touch the sides of your cheeks. And just, I'm concentrating on the sides of my tongue. trying to keep the tip of my tongue there kind of centered and let the sides of it do the work. Do you plan on expanding your store to also sell harmonicas someday? Well, maybe. I don't know much about harmonicas. I've just been playing around on my son's harmonica, which the one that subscriber sent, Horst Peters, that little Hohner Piccolo, is it's not very big, but it seems like it's a really good quality harmonica, and I don't know anything about harmonicas, but I was having a lot of fun playing on it, and I was actually doing percussives on the harmonica, which probably isn't correct, but I was having a ton of fun doing it. I don't know if you can use your glottis, closed glottis, on a harmonica, but I was trying, but I couldn't get it to sound like a harp. Oh, another harp I've been playing around, especially last week. And somebody had asked me, I can't remember who it was, had asked me about discoloration on really shiny harps. Yeah, I think, see, like here where my lips are, you can see it's kind of discoloring. That's kind of a patina forming. And it might also be what you're drinking. Sometimes I drink beer. Right now I'm drinking PG Tips, English breakfast tea. If you're drinking something acidic, it will probably patina more, but I just think that gives the harp character. I don't sell harps with any patina on them because I really don't play them other than testing them. But for my personal harps, I don't mind a little bit of discoloration. Not rust, but patina. What else? Oh, yeah, the Dabrowski. Oh, I got the Iverson in. I haven't posted the unboxing yet. And the Iverson were a little bit rougher, like the triggers were rougher on them. So I did just a tiny amount of polishing with a pink eraser. And I took the roughest of them, which was an was it an F2 or an F2 sharp? But I really, really enjoyed this. At first, I really didn't care for them that much because I was trying to compare them to other Monarp I played. They're kind of, the Iverson are kind of their own thing. And some of them, the arm will be longer. I didn't like that at first. I'm like, the arms have to be the same. Like, no, they're really good, even if the arms aren't the same length. I think it just gives them a little bit of character. I like the way he does a recurve. It looked similar, reminded me similarly of the Zvatowski, but a little bit different. Really elegant little trigger. Not good for outward. That's for Monarp. You see a trigger that looks like this. I wouldn't pluck it outward, especially for very long, because you're not going to get very good sound. And you're going to end up plucking it harder to try to get more volume out of it, and it's really not good to pluck outward on most Monarp. And the Iverson, I've noticed you have to approach them really gently because they are, especially up near the tips, they get super, super tight. Big wedge-shaped reed. Kind of similar. Where's my Babayev at? The Babayev are really wedge-shaped, but the Dernovoy are definitely more pronounced wedge. Very haunting tone. Really, really like that. There's a whooshing sound. Oh, I missed a comment. I zone out with my eyes closed when I play a lot. Let's play something else. I haven't played it a lot as of late. Where's my tailless? I got 2 tailless. I ended up giving 3 of my tailless away at the festival. One to a good friend who could use some harps. And I got myself 2 new ones. I like one with a draw and one without a draw. I prefer the without a draw mostly, but every once in a while I like to get down on a draw. Gotta get the coconut oil out of them. I've been trying to come up with another tutorial on my open close, the kind of stuttering breath that I've been doing as of late, but I'm having a hard time coming up with a way to vocalize it because there's so much closed glottis in it and so much short breaths. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to try to explain it. I'm starting out with a close like a I start out just doing it straightforward and back in. And then I'm going to speed up and I'm going to stutter. Furcon fan says jaw harp. Oh, hello Furcon fan. Welcome to some harping. We're doing some open close and I'm kind of trying to explain but I'm stuttering. I'm doubling up on my breath. Thomas Downing Watchtower says good night everyone. Oh, good night to you. Yeah, I'm going I'm going to do that outward, giving my breath air mostly outward, then I'm going to come back and do it inward. But I need kind of just a rhythm of bouncing to start with. I'll start bouncing slowly, and then I'll bounce faster, and then I might just do that warbling. And when I do it inward, I'm breathing air in, but I'm also opening and shutting my glottis. That's why I love harps with a clean tone for that open close, because there's not a whole bunch of fuzz and there's not a ton of volume to cover up your open close. It just lets it all shine through, and that's not an expensive instrument. That's a Gorka tailless. It says which one, pizza or hamburger? I like both forms of food. I wouldn't pick in between pizza and hamburger. If both options were on a table, I'd probably take a slice of pizza and a burger and some jalapeno poppers. Anyway, yeah, that's not an expensive instrument. Any of your clean tone instruments, like the tailless, all the tailless I saw are clean tone. Oh yeah, Tartars too, like the little Tartar standards. Tartar standards are basically like little mud harp. I wish I could find the maker for these. I had gotten this one from Overton Pro years back, and I've looked for the maker. I think he's in St. Petersburg, I believe, in Russia, but you have to pretty much go there to get the Tartar from him. Really, really good. And they're not loud. They're not a loud harp. When I first bought the Tartar Standard, I wasn't a huge fan of it because I didn't know about that open-close technique. Really love the Tartar Standards. I want to do some percussives on something that I've never played much on before. I got some Ketharam. Somebody says, how do you do this? International Man of Mystery says that. I'm a fresh harper. First I got a music store harp, then I bought a Rococo big harp. The difference is incredible. Oh yeah, that's a Solagi harp, so that's gonna be super breathy. Let me grab something really breathy. And all the Solagi harps are good outward players. I don't know where'd my Chancellor go? Where are you hiding? I don't know where my Chancellor's at. It is not where I normally hang it. There it is. Play something really breathy. Now I'm just snoring. Something along those lines. I'm going deep with it. There I'm doing what I call a manual draw. I'm just taking my thumb, and Glaser, or not Glaser, but Solagi are really good at that because they're crimped on the back and the reed's really easy to get to. Right at the base, we're just going to press forward just a tad. There's a hair stuck to my harp. I'm going to press forward just real lightly so I can get that draw out of it. You can do your percussives. I've noticed you can do them higher with more of a closed mouth. Then you can also start coming down with the tongue further back and more in the throat. Now my mouth is mostly, I'm making my mouth small and doing my tongue at the tip. Then to drop down, I'm dropping my tongue down and making my mouth bigger and trying to go into the throat. It's 24 minutes. I was going to try to do a short upload. I was going to try to do 15 minutes. I guess apparently I can't drink caffeine and harp for 15 minutes. Anyways, I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Keep your harps clean, keep dry, keep oiled, especially this time of year. We're heading into the really, really humid time of the year, that late summer, early fall. I just spent like $240 on a dehumidifier for downstairs. I should have had one all year because I've been just fighting oiling harps. But anyway, somebody says, oh, bye. Where was I going? I was going somewhere. But yeah, I just got a dehumidifier for down here to really help control the humidity because it's in high numbers of harps. It's hard to keep up on the humidity. And what harps do I use? What harps have I used tonight? I've used a Gorka tailless there. I was using a Szilagyi Chancellor. I've used tonight a Chemchoyev, a Harinadinov, an Iverson Munarp, Tartar Standard. I use a whole bunch of different harps from really affordable harps like the Talus, which are really, if you get the Talus without the draw, you get a really clean sounding instrument. Some of the Talus will come, which one do we got here? It's my draw. Now, if you have a draw, it's going to be a dirtier tone. But you have that draw start. It's going to be heavy on whoosing. But if you get a Gorka Talus without a draw, without that draw start, you get a really clean tone instrument. I generally prefer harps that don't have draws. But anyways, a lot of the time with the Talus, they'll come in one arm will be slightly in front of or slightly behind. I actually lay it on an anvil. And I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this in the future for people who buy Morchang. You can take a Morchang, even if it's not melodic, and turn it into a really melodic instrument if you create a flat plane all along there. But I lay it on an anvil, and I'll strike it with a hammer, slightly rolling the hammer as it hits downward, and that actually will raise the part of the arm up. But anyways, that's something for a different tutorial. I'm probably going to be doing less unboxings in the future. The unboxings I do now are so massive that they're not fun to record because it's just more work, a lot more cleaning harps. So I'll be doing some smaller unboxings of rarer harps in the future, but hopefully heading in the fall, I want to get back into doing tutorials, which is really my love in making videos. That and live videos and random videos. Anyways, I'm a rambler. I'm drinking caffeine. I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them old. I encourage all the people who are especially in the Midwest or any humid area to go through your harps this week or next week. Be sure to wipe them all down, wipe all the oil off, re-oil them. We're heading into the rust season. What would I recommend for a beginner? Non-saturated, I recommend like a Gorka Talus. For really breathy harps, I recommend Szilagyi Chancellors, really saturated, Glazerin Lighthouse, Wave, Compass. There's a ton of great instruments out there. Anyways, I love y'all. Adios.
You